Guys, imagine karo. You join a team, you play for that team, the crowd cheers for you because of that team's jersey, and then one Friday afternoon, you just walk over to the rival team's dugout and say, "Hi guys, main aa gaya." That's exactly what happened in India's Rajya Sabha. And the best part, they're saying it's completely legal. Is it though? Let's find out. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to deal with the topic, the great political escape. Is Raghav Chadda's dug into the BJP actually legal? Is it a merger? Is it defection? What is it? So here's the scene. Raghav Chadda, he was an Aam Aadmi Party's Rajya Sabha MP, one of the party's most visible faces. And he announced that he and six other AAP MPs are merging with the BJP. That's 7 out of 10. Now you might be thinking, but ये तो सीधा सीधा defection हुआ ना? And you'd be right normally. But Chadda is making a very specific legal argument. He's saying that this isn't defection, it's a merger. And if it is a valid merger under the constitution, he actually walks away clean. No disqualification, no consequences, nothing. So the question is this a merger or is this a political jugaad dressed up in constitutional language? So चलो अभी थोड़ा सा बेसिक समझ लेते हैं. Don't worry, इतना कुछ बहुत लीगल jargon नहीं होगी, I promise. India's constitution has something called the 10th schedule, also known as anti-defection law. It was added in 1985 because politicians had developed a very creative hobby. They'd get elected on one party's ticket, enjoy the perks, and then jump onto another party whenever it suited them. लोग इन्हें ना आया राम गया राम कहते थे. After an MLA in Haryana who switched parties 3 times in one day, एक दिन में 3 बार, respect actually. So Parliament said enough. That now the 10th schedule, it basically says that if you voluntarily give up your party membership or if you vote against your own party's directions, you're out, disqualified. Supreme Court has even called this constitutional sin. Strong words, huh? Now the magic word that's appearing, merger. But, and this is the big but, the 10th schedule has one exception. It's called paragraph 4. And it's the loophole Raghav Chadda is trying to use. Paragraph 4 says, if there is a merger between two political parties, then the lawmakers who go along with that merger are not disqualified. Sounds fair, right? If two parties actually combine their MPs shouldn't be punished for it. But here's a catch. And this is where it gets interesting for our law students or friends. The Constitution says a merger is valid only if, first, the original political party, meaning the party itself, at the national level announces and agrees to the merger, and second, at least 2/3 of the legislative party, meaning the MP or MLA in the House, agree to it. Both the condition, not one, both. दोनों conditions satisfy होने चाहिए. The problem with Chadda's move is that has the Aam Aadmi National Party, Arvind Kejriwal, the party's president, the national executive, has anyone at that level announced a merger with the BJP? No. What happened is a group of AAP's MPs in the Rajya Sabha just declared a merger on their own without the party's permission. That's like players of a cricket team saying, we have merged with a rival team without telling the BCCI, the selectors or the captain. कि बस ठीक है, चलो चलो ठीक है, दूसरी टीम में चल जाते हैं. The Supreme Court actually addressed this exact idea in a landmark case. केस का नाम है सुभाष देसाई versus Principal Secretary. 2023 का केस है. It is also known as it's a famous Shiv Sena split case. ठीक है. The court said very clearly that a legislative party cannot disconnect from the original political party, which means that if you allow legislators to just announce mergers on their own, the entire anti-defection law becomes meaningless. Politicians would just say merger every time they want to switch sides. The court called this link between MP and their party an umbilical cord. You can't just cut it because it's convenient. But wait, यहाँ पर ना एक twist है. And this is what makes this case genuinely complicated. In Goa, in 2019, 10 out of 15 Congress MLAs announced their merger with BJP. Same situation. No approval from Congress party nationally. The Speaker of the Goa Assembly said वैलिड मर्जर है, कोई डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं है. This was challenged in Bombay High Court. And the High Court said 2/3 of the legislative party is enough. Merger valid. The High Court took the view that you should read two conditions in paragraph 4 separately and not together. Meaning कि अगर किसी legislative party के 2/3 votes है तो वो sufficient है खुद में. Now, with respect to the High Court, this interpretation has serious problems because it essentially allows a handful of legislators to hijack a party. You got elected because of the party name, the party symbol, the party leader's face on your posters, and then you can simply just announce you're merging with someone else. That's not a merger, that's a hostile takeover of the mandate the voters gave you. Now, अभी कहाँ पर ये सब कुछ स्टार्ट होता है कि देखो, गोवा का केस ना इवेंचुअली अकेडमिक बन गया. क्यों? बिकॉज द असेंबली टर्म एंडेड बिफोर द सुप्रीम कोर्ट को डिसाइडेड. वो जो टर्म था उस पर्टिकुलर असेंबली का वो खत्म हो गया. बट द सेम थिंग हैपेंड अगेन इन गोवा इन 2002. I mean, sorry, in 2022, not in 2002, 2022. 8 out of 11 Congress MLAs merged with BJP. Again, no national party approval. Again, the speaker said it is valid. Again, it is being challenged, and the SLP in the Supreme Court is currently pending as we speak. So, as of now, what we have is what the Supreme Court said in the Subhash Desai case and what the High Court has said in the Goa case. That the legislative party, they cannot act independently of the original party. हाई कोर्ट ने बोला कि 2/3 ऑफ लेजिस्लेचर सफिशिएंट है मर्जर के लिए. मर्जर जो है वो ओरिजिनल पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से अप्रूव होना चाहिए. कोई नेशनल पार्टी का अप्रूवल की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस पे अभी तक कोई डेफिनेटिव जजमेंट नहीं दिया, इसको एक्चुअली सेटल नहीं किया. इसका मतलब ये है कि राघव चड्ढा का जो मूव है ना, इट एग्जिस्ट इन अ लीगल ग्रे जोन फॉर नाउ. नाउ ओके, लेट्स जूम आउट फॉर अ सेकेंड. ये आपके लिए क्यों मैटर करता है? The common person couldn't vote for any of this because this is fundamentally about what your vote means. जब आपने किसी पार्टी को वोट दिया, आपने एक आइडियोलॉजी को वोट दिया, एक लीडर को वोट दिया, एक सेट ऑफ प्रोमिसेस को वोट दिया. Now, if elected representatives can just walk away to the other side whenever it's politically convenient, your vote gets nullified. The 10th schedule, it exists to protect you, the voter. And if courts allow legislative mergers without the original party's consent, it creates a template for every future majority government to poach the opposition MPs and declare merger and face zero consequences. डेमोक्रेसी में तो ये बहुत बड़ा लूप होल है. तो ये हो गई है प्रॉब्लम. अब हमें इंतजार करना है कि ये केस जो है ये चैलेंज होगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट में. और उसके बाद सुप्रीम कोर्ट क्या बोलती है. तो एक बार अगर हमें इस सबको समराइज करना है तो देखो, what Raghav Chadha did was that he announced a merger of AAP's Rajya Sabha MPs with the BJP, claiming the 2/3 majority protection. Now, what the law says is that a merger must come from the original political parties, not just the legislators. And the Subhash Desai judgment backs this up strongly. कॉम्प्लिकेशन ये है कि बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट ने गोवा के जजमेंट में दूसरी बात कह दी और वो वाला केस अभी भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में पेंडिंग है. बॉटम लाइन ये है दैट दिस विल अल्टीमेटली बी डिसाइडेड बाय द सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, एंड व्हाटएवर इट डिसाइड्स विल सेट द प्रेसिडेंट फॉर हाउ मर्जर्स वर्क इन इंडियाज पॉलिटिक्स फॉरएवर. एंड एक छोटा सा पैराग्राफ है और कितना बड़ा पूरा गेम हो गया है पॉलिटिकल अरीना में, है ना. दैट्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लॉ फॉर यू. इफ यू फाउंड दिस हेल्पफुल, लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब. लॉ को इंटरेस्टिंग रखना हमारा काम है, आपको इन्फॉर्म रखना वो भी हमारा काम. मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में. गुड बाय.